Hello good people of YouTube, All About Nat is back with another video, and today, as you well know by that good old title, I'm going to be talking about probably the most talked about music artist currently, Kanye West. Oh yes, good old Kanye. What's he been up to now? So I did do a little short video when it happened that it just broke that it'd been dropped by Adidas, and I just, you know, gave my small snippet of thought on that subject. Then if you haven't seen it, go back, check it out. It's literally, obviously it's only 60 seconds short on here, and I said I was going to do a video, so I have been waiting a bit because everybody's been talking about it, and I did kind of want to have a slightly different angle to this video than simply just talking about him. Obviously it relates to him and everything that he's done, and I will talk about that, but also just a slightly different view on it. Now obviously I've got to be careful what I say, because not that my thoughts and opinions are particularly controversial, because they're not, but there are certain things you can't say anymore on social media without getting demonetized. So that I do not want to do, because obviously when you're a small channel, monetization is vital, you know, so and probably even more vital as a bigger channel, because you're making your full-time living from it. So before we do get into that, you know what to do, guys. Please hit that subscribe button, turn your little notification bell on so you know when I'm dropping a video. Comment down below, like the video. It helps the algorithm, pushes me up there with all the greats of YouTube. So please do comment down below your thoughts, because I do want to know your thoughts anyway, because I love reading your comments. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. Kanye West, wow. First of all, I will say I'm not a huge fan of Kanye West. I only own one song of his in my playlist or in my catalogue of music, and that is Gold Digger from way back when. Love that tune. Jamie Foxx, really cool. Love it. Great tune. Am I a fan? Would I know 10 songs of his? Probably not, actually. So I'm not a massive fan of Kanye West. Am I a fan of Yeezys? If you've watched my least favourite brands, you will know that I am not a fan of Yeezys. Am I a fan of any of the things that he's ever done, clothing wise? No. It really hasn't had an impact on my life. So, you know, I know that he has come out and said controversial things in the past. And I've just, and a lot of people, and I do think this is people who support him and like what he does. I think a lot of people make excuses for him. Mental health, oh, he needs help, yabba. And he's got enough money to get himself help, and has done for many years, right? Now, as somebody who has had mental health issues, I do sympathise, of course I do. But I do think there are things you can do to help yourself. Even myself, right? I have never had a great deal of money in my life. But I've spent 25 years trying to get myself right with various different therapists, counsellors, blah, 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 blah. I'm getting to a point now where I'm kind of doing all right, and that is somebody who has very little money. Kanye West is a billionaire, guys, billionaire, although he might not be for much longer. Even if he isn't a billionaire, he's still got a lot of money. He's a millionaire. He can fucking go out there and get him help, and he can sort himself out, and he can get on the meds, and he can just chill. So to make an excuse that he needs help, I think it's a bit lame, you know. I'm not going to say what he said, because it might get me demonetized. You can find out. It's all over the internet. You don't really need me to tell you. But he's made anti-Semitic remarks. White Lives Matter. Not that that's anti-black, but if you look at, I mean, he's a black man, for fuck's sake. But if you look at the way in which he's done that, it's inflammatory. There's always context. There's context to everything. I'm an Asian woman, right? Okay? I'm an Asian woman and Pakistani origin. Now, derogatory racist remarks happen within every single race out there. Every single culture, every single, there are always people that hate on another race. You don't have to be white to be racist. This is something that I feel like is kind of not gone amiss, but I feel like it's been swept under the carpet a little bit. It's not just white people. It absolutely isn't. So just a little bit of an example from sort of the Asian. When I say Asian, I know Americans say Asian for Oriental, Chinese, Japanese, blah, blah, blah. We say Asian in the UK for Pakistani, Indian. So Indians over there are very derogatory towards Pakistani. Not everybody. Again, this is context, guys. Not everybody. Of course they're not. Pakistani are very derogatory to Indians, right? Even within the Pakistani country, if you're lighter skin, you're seen as a better class of person. And it's bizarre to me. All that's bizarre. Obviously, I've been brought up in a white family. I'm adopted, so it's very different for me. But I know all about it, because obviously the light's not great in here. It makes me look white as a sheet. But I am lighter from North Pakistan originally. So I'm seen as a way better person just because my skin is lighter. I mean, that is bonkers to me, personally. So that's just an example of derogatory and prejudiced comments in that sort of area of the world. So I think things like that have been swept under the carpet. People talk about, what would have happened if Kanye West was white and he said all those nasty things or derogatory comments about a black person. Would he have been dropped way earlier, or the black race should I say, would he have been dropped way earlier? Who knows? I don't know. I know Adidas were in a very, very difficult position. I'm not defending them, I'm just stating facts, because they are shit right now, and their only saving grace commercially is Kanye West and the Yeezy brand. So, oh my God, dropping Kanye West, their only thing that probably brings them a lot of money right now is him. So they had to work it all out. But what they could have done is they could have condemned his remarks from the beginning and gone, we don't condone this shit. We will be speaking with Kanye and we will come to some decision, very soon. Or whatever, something just to appease people and to say, yeah, we're on it, chill, don't talk shit about us, blah, blah, blah. But they didn't. Took them 2 weeks, then they dropped him, and they've lost 250 million euros apparently. He's lost so many billion or whatever. Poor Kanye. Go fund me, Kanye. So what I'm trying to say is that there are so many. I mean, I know this subject is particularly because he's been anti-Semitic to a certain group of people. He's been, talking absolute shit, to be honest, and digging himself a big hole. But I'm just sort of raising awareness not necessarily raising awareness, but I just want to put it out there that there are derogatory, racist people in every single race out there. You know, white privilege, you know, that there's been a lot of that statement over the last few years, especially after, you know, the horrific murder of George Floyd. Loads and loads of people, you know, saying that. And it does exist. It absolutely does. My parents are both white. They admit that it does exist. But what I'm saying is, it isn't just within the white, things like, yes, obviously white privilege is white privilege, but what I'm saying is, you know, there are groups of Asians who are disgusting against white people. I had this when I was at uni. I lived in a predominantly Asian area as a student, and all the time white students were getting jumped by groups of Asian kids, and they only picked on white people. So, and it's the same with black people, it's the same with, you know, Chinese people, North South Korea, you know, Chinese and Hong Kong and all that. It's just so much one group versus another group versus another group versus another group, and I think it's worse than ever right now. Obviously Kanye West is an example of, you can't go around saying this shit, and I honestly think, is he stupid? Do you think he is? Sometimes I do wonder, is he stupid? I don't know. I really don't know. You know, you've got such an amazing platform. You've got deals coming out of your ears, and you make something a remark so stupid. Yeah, you could believe it. Well, you're really, really stupid if you do believe it. But you don't come out on social media and say that shit. It's mental. It really is. But I want to know your comments. I can understand where Adidas were coming from. Don't necessarily think they were right. I think they should have done what I've just said. But I think what needs to be addressed, and I don't know how, but there are so many activists in certain areas. I'd like to be an activist where you just go around going, can we all just be friends? Can we all just chill? We don't have to necessarily like somebody, not because of their religion, their colour, their creed, but can we just get on? Can we all just get on? Does anyone want to join my group? Where, can we just all get on? Nobody has to be superior than the other. Nobody. Why? Why does somebody have to be superior to the other? We're all humans living on this beautiful planet. Let's just get on. It's just a thought. Anyway, those are my 15 minutes of thoughts. I want to know yours. So please do comment down below. What's next for Kanye? Who knows? Maybe he needs to get his life in order, and yeah, I've no sympathy with the guy. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and all about that. We'll see you on the next one. Keep it real, guys.